Welcome back. It's time for Flashback 4. But do you remember what we always start with? Yes, we try and figure out what number is represented by the 10 frames at the top. Yes, it's 20. Now, pause here, have a go at each of the 4 questions, and when you're ready, come back. And exactly, we'll go through the answers together. Question 1. There are 10 flowers in each bunch. How many flowers are there altogether? 50. Question 2. The bowl is full or empty? The bowl is empty. Question 3. The tree is taller or shorter than the house? The tree is taller than the house. And question 4. Find the total of 4 and 7. 11. Great! Are your brains ready for the next lesson? Then let's go. Today we're going to continue to talk about making equal groups. Only this time we're going to do it by sharing. I bet you like to share. When we share, we have to make sure that each group gets the same amount, equal amounts. How many eggs do we have here? Can you count them? We also have 3 baskets. If you counted 6 eggs altogether, you're correct. And if you guess that we're going to share those 6 eggs equally between those 3 baskets, you're also correct. Here we go. Done. Each basket has 2 eggs. So we can see here 6 eggs shared equally between 3 is 2. Wow, that's a lot of sweets. How many sweets are there? Oh goodness, I find it really hard to count when they're like this. I wonder, could we make them into rows and columns? I think it might be easier to count. Let's see. Oh, that's better. I think I could count them now. How many sweets are there? Did you count 24? Me too. Now, hey, there's a jar, an empty jar of sweets, and another, and another. 3 empty jars. Oh, they want us to share those 24 sweets between the 3 sweet jars. So, we counted 24. So 24 shared equally between the 3 jars is, oh, how can we do that? Well, I'm glad they're in rows and columns, and I guess we could just try by drawing some circles around them or looping them. Can you see how we would group them? Oh, the top row. The top row could fit into 1. And another row would make 2 equal groups. And the final row would make 3 equal groups. That works. So can you see how much 24 shared equally between 3 is? It would be 8. Exactly. Oh, and now we don't have empty sweet jars anymore. They each have 8. Here we have those sweets again, in rows and in columns. Do you remember how many sweets there are? Count them again if you need to. There are 24 sweets. Oh, that's a lot more jars. How many jars are there? Can you see 8? Yes, me too. So what they want us to do is take those 24 sweets and share them equally between all of the jars. 24 shared equally between 8. Okay, so if we did them one at a time, what would that look like? How could we share them equally? Oh, maybe there's a faster way. We could look at columns this time. I think that if I put 3 sweets in the first jar, 3 sweets in the next jar, and each of those columns might match up nicely with the sweet jars. They do. So if we took 24 sweets and shared them equally between 8, how many would go in each sweet jar? 3. Perfect. Let's put them in the sweet jars. I'm getting too tempted. Well, here are those sweets again. I wonder what's going to be different about this question. The number of sweets is the same. They're 24. But what's different? Oh, yes, the number of sweet jars. Now we need to complete this sentence. The total number of sweets is 24. 24 shared equally between the jars, which is 4, is something. Now, how can we share them equally? We could do them one at a time. Yes, that would work. But what might be more efficient? Could we do them in rows? No, we only have 3 rows. Could we do them in columns? Well, we've got 8 columns. Wait a minute. Let's try putting 2 columns in the first jar, 2 columns in the second jar, 3 and 4. We've got 4 equal groups. 24 shared equally between 4 is 6. Excellent. But once again, let's get those in the jars. Out of sight, out of mind. I